Hello and welcome to Huntington, where the West Virginia High School football playoffs are finally upon us after weeks of waiting, couple court orders, a lot of talk about injunctions, rating systems, SSAC, Board of Review, Board of Controls, all kinds of stuff. But we are set to go here in Huntington as number 7 Spring Valley takes on number 10 East Fairmont in the first round of the Class AAA postseason. I'm Brad Heltzel, radio voice of the Bees, joined in the booth tonight by colorman Brent Cochran. The Bees making history already this season with their third consecutive postseason appearance, the first time that's ever been done in program history. And Coach Shane Eckel and the Bees will be looking to make more history tonight, looking for the program's first playoff victory since 2007. And they'll have a tall task tonight as they take on Spring Valley, a team that has competed for years in the highest class, the old Class AAA. The Timberwolf program has had a lot of success under Coach Brad Dingus. But tonight in Class AAA, the Timberwolves will be looking for their first postseason victory since the 2021 season when they defeated Princeton 56-14 in the first round and lost at Martinsburg in the Class AAA semifinals. So we have the Bees, we have the Timberwolves. We're set for kickoff in just about 5 minutes here in Huntington. Made the 3-hour trip. You can listen to tonight's broadcast here on our EFSN YouTube account, as well as on 94.3 WRLF on your radio dial. Once again, I'm Brad Heltzel, joined by Brent Cochran. Let's bring in Brent now. Brent, when you look at this season for East Fairmont, all been leading up to this. I mean, there were some shaky moments, but the Bees really put together some strong play towards the end of the season, and then now you have this 2-week layoff while all the legal proceedings were decided and whatnot concerning the entire postseason picture in the state. What are you going to be looking for in this matchup tonight as East Fairmont and Spring Valley gets set to go for the first time ever? These two programs will meet tonight.
You know, you're a week behind on schedule. Things like that can play a toll in your team because you think you're playing the week after the East-West game. And you come out and say, hey, we're not playing. You might be playing this team, so you're preparing for another team. Then we find out Monday that we're playing Spring Valley. So now you got to turn your attention over to Spring Valley. The kids have had a week off. It's kind of essentially like a bye. So we got to bye the first week of the playoffs. So now we're playing now. Long bus rides. You know it from coaching basketball and been around sports and, traveling down the road. 3 hours on a school bus is not fun. So I'm looking to see what the kids are like with their energy. Pre-game warm-ups, they looked pretty solid. They looked like they were in it. But I'm looking to see what the defense can do. I understand from looking at notes and stuff that we had on Spring Valley, they like to run the ball, they like to throw the ball. I want to see what our secondary can do. I always talk about our secondary. We've talked about it all year, except for the Preston County game where they kind of exploited our secondary. The secondary played pretty well. I think only gave up really 3 big passes against Fairmont Senior. But, yeah, Fairmont Senior scored 48 points against us, but our secondary didn't give up the deep ball a lot. They did most of it from on the ground, from the quarterback and the running backs.
Yeah, so East Fairmont entering tonight's game at 5-4, as we mentioned, started 0-1, got back to 1-1, 1-2, really got back to 500 with that Week 7 victory at Weir, then picked up a big homecoming victory over Liberty, defeated Lewis County in a game that was played at Fairmont State's Duval Rozier Field, and then in the regular season finale, obviously losing to crosstown rival Fairmont Senior 48-0. Meanwhile, you look at Spring Valley. I mean, their schedule is loaded with Class Quad A programs. Obviously, the Timberwolves were thinking at one point they would be competing in the Quad A classification as they've competed in the highest division Class AAA in years past before the SSAC switched to the 4 classes for football. And really no common opponents on the schedule, and it's a clean slate of Quad A opponents with the exception of South Point, Ohio, and Capital, which was another as well as St. Albans, other teams that were originally projected to be in that Quad A sphere and then drop down to Class AAA. So when you look at these two programs, obviously recent postseason success, recent postseason experience is going to loom large tonight. As we mentioned, East Fairmont has been there the past 2 years under Coach Shane Eckel, but they have yet to deliver that signature breakthrough victory. Meanwhile, Spring Valley under Coach Brad Dingus, very accustomed to postseason play. Dingus is 13-15 all-time in his career at Spring Valley in the postseason. He's actually the only coach in program history to win a playoff game, and obviously the highlight of this Spring Valley program was when they went to back-to-back-to-back Class AAA state championship games in 2016, 2017, and 2018. Now, they haven't won a playoff game the past 2 years, fell in the first round both years, so you know Dingus and this Timberwolf program is going to be looking to put together a deep postseason run as they have in years past. When you look at just what Spring Valley presents, I mean, you just look at the size of their roster, the size of some of their kids. What do you expect to see from East Fairmont just in terms of matching up with the Timberwolves in terms of physicality and whatnot with this program accustomed to playing in that Class AAA in years past?
I think the thing for us is we're going to be able to move their line. Their line's pretty big. We can see it here. They're in front of us, Brad. Saw them during warm-ups. Their line's pretty big. They look physical, but, you know, size does matter. For the line size, our guys are a little smaller, you know, but sometimes that speed of our smaller guys can make things happen. I'm looking to see what the front seven does on the defense side and then what our front offensive line can do. If we can open up some holes for Rowan and Mason, Biggie, Kramer, whoever's running the ball, if we could get some holes open up for those guys, we could have a nice night on the ground.
So we are about set to go here. Carson Church has it teed up for the Bees as East Fairmont will be kicking deep. Spring Valley will be set to receive, moving from left to right on your screen if you're joining us on EFSN on YouTube. Again, tonight's broadcast also available on your radio dial on 94.3 WRLF. And here's a squib kick from Church, and that kick's going to go out of bounds, so that'll be a penalty. I'm not sure if that was an attempted onside there by the Bees, and Church just got a little too much leg on it or what, but.
And that's one thing, Brad, we've talked about all season was penalties. We've shot ourselves in the foot a lot this year with giving them extra yardage and playing from behind the chain. So that's something I want to watch on tonight is see what our defense can do, or our penalty situation can be tonight.
So Spring Valley going to have good field position here. They'll start at their own 41-yard line, it looks like, is where the officials are marking this one. So good starting field position here for the Timberwolves as they get set for their first series of the game. And it'll be Liam McGuire, as he has all season, leading this Spring Valley offense at the quarterback position. Here's McGuire. He's going to pitch it. That's a Crombie trying to get to the edge, and he does. He breaks loose into the secondary, now cuts it back across the field, and a big run there on the opening play of the game will actually go down as a pass, with that being a little bit of a jet sweep pop pass there to a Crombie, and we already see what he can do in terms of getting into the open field.
Yeah, he was able to hit that outside, Brad, and take it right up. You know, our defense line wasn't able to get any penetration on the quarterback to get through that line to break up that play, and they just got to the outside on us.
So a 38-yard gain on that play, officially. And there's Abercrombie again.
Jackson Heskin on the tackle. He's second in the team in tackles this year, Brad. He's had a really nice season for the Bees.
16-yard line. Second down, 5.
Yeah, Heskett has really come on, the freshman. I mean, Coach Eckel mentioned his name early on in the season just about reading his keys, being disciplined, playing his role. But since then, he's really come on and become a prime playmaker for this defense. Ranked second on the Bees in tackles coming into this contest. Here's another handoff. And that's Harris on the carry. He's going to have, it looks like, another first down as he picks up about 6 on that run. Give him 7 officially. That's going to set up a 1st and goal for the Timberwolves. And Harris pressed into action after Spring Valley leading rusher Miguel Kane went down in the 8th game of the season. So it's been Harris since then, but he's been more than up to the task. Had a really big performance in the finale in the Timberwolves win over St. Albans, and he figures to get the bulk of the rushing load again here today. Here's a quick pass from McGuire. That's a Crombie. He makes a man miss with a quick juke, and he hurdles a defender, and he's into the end zone. We have a flag coming in, but what an effort there by a Crombie. Already we've seen what a dynamic athlete he is. We'll check on the penalties. This is probably going to come back, but what an effort there by a Crombie.
Can you do that, Brian? I don't think you can. John just said we can't hurdle, so.
Well, I wouldn't be hurdling too many people anyway.
All right.
I got that hustle vertical way. It doesn't extend very far.
I'm not vertical either. What do we got here?
Got a personal foul. Hurdling against the running back. 15-yard penalty.
So it's a 15-yard penalty
for
hurdling.
That is wild.
I've never heard that called in high school
I
football.
honestly
Have you?
did not know that was a
I didn't either.
penalty in high school. And I don't think a Crombie did either.
I'll tell you what, though.
He pulled that off. Can you reverse hurdle like Saquon?
I don't know.
Can you pull a Saquon and do a reverse hurdle?
He pulled a Randy Moss there against Army a long time ago there where Randy hurdled over that guy.
So that's going to push Spring Valley back to the East Fairmont 17. It's going to be first down still, so 1st and goal from the 17 for the Timberwolves. And here's McGuire in the gun. He's going to hand it to a Crombie, trying to get the edge. Now he cuts it back. Still on his feet. He makes a couple of Beast defenders miss.
Flag.
And now he's trying to get to the end zone, and he will. There's another flag down, so we'll check on that. And a Crombie, again, dismayed as he looks back and sees another penalty marker on the field that's going to wipe away another electric play.
When he cut back across the field, Brad, it looked like there could have been a hold there. But let's see what they're calling here.
And a Crombie is walking a bit gingerly. I'm not sure if he is just tired from that effort or if he maybe tweaked something there. A block in the back, so Spring Valley is going to go in reverse again. Another touchdown wiped off the board there. So back-to-back touchdown plays by a Crombie, called back due to penalty. One of his own, and then the block in the back